Hello everyone, this is Mr. Avila coming to you from South LA, doing some review questions for my Algebra 2 students getting ready for their final exam here. And we talked about exponential functions in this class, and we're going to work on here this first question, probably one of the more difficult ones that we're going to be covering. The graph below shows the population of deer is increasing exponentially. The 2 points on the graph show the initial number of deer and an amount of deer 6 years later. Initial number being the amount that we started with. So we're going to apply, actually before we begin, our goal here is to find the growth factor for this exponential function. We're going to apply this structure that we learned for exponential functions, where the function is equal to the initial term times growth factor to the power of x. And our goal here is to find the growth factor. I don't know what the growth factor is, so we're going to apply our information that we have. We do have an initial term. Looking here, our initial term is 80. It actually says there, the 2 points on the graph show the initial deer. So up there on the top, it tells us that. So our initial term is 80. Our growth factor, we don't know. That's what we're looking for. And then we do know that after 6 years, so that's a number 6 up there. My B and my 6 kind of look the same. There will be 180 deer. And we're going to use this information to solve for B. We'll divide both sides by 80. And we get b to the power of 6 is equal to 180 divided by 80. You could jump over to your Desmos Desmos calculator there, and you'll see that we get 2.25. 2.25. In order to get that b by itself, I taught you all to raise both sides to the power of 1/6. That is the same as doing the 6th root on both sides. Either way would be correct. But in terms of typing into the calculator, it's a little easier to type in that. 1 divided by 6. So we get b is equal to, by the way, the 6 and the 1/6 cancel out, 2.25 to the power of 1/6. Check out how I typed it in here into Desmos. 2.25 to the power of 1 over 6, and that gives us 1.1447. Let's go to 1.145. Let's do 1.145 for our answer. So that is our growth factor. And that is our growth factor. Okay, that's the first part of the problem. We use the information that we were given to find the growth factor. Now that we've done that, we're going to use that growth factor to create an exponential function for this situation. We're going to write here f of x is equal to the initial term, which we know is 80, times the growth factor, which we just found. We found that to be 1.145. 1.145 to the power of x. Exponential function ready to go. Part B is done. Let's go on to part C. Part C is asking us, use your exponential function and Desmos to determine how many deer there will be after 12 years. So we're going to go to our Desmos graphing calculator here, and we're going to type in our exponential function that we just found. Let's see, what was it again? Let's go back here. 80 times 1.145 to the power of x. So that is 80 times 1.145 to the power of x, and that'll give us this exponential function that we're looking for. Now we don't see it here. It looks like we'll have to zoom out a little bit because it does start at 80. So if we zoom out, there's that point right there at 80, and it's going up forever. Now we're trying to figure out where this is going to be after 12 years. We'll jump into the table, click on the settings, the little gear, click on the table, and this tells us after 0 years there's 80 deer, after 1 year there's 91.6 deer approximately, and we want to know 12, so we type in a number 12, and we get about a 406.2, so we're going to write here, going back here, we're going to write f of 12 because we want to know how many deer there are after 12 weeks. We got f of 12 to be 406.2. 406.2. Now, it doesn't make sense to write 0.2 deer, so we'll write here as a sentence here, there will be about 406 deer after 12 years. So I don't have enough room to write that, but there will be about 406 deer after 12 years. Okay, that wraps up our number 1. Good job, everybody. Hope you understood that. If you didn't, let us know. We'll try to help you out. Okay, see you in the next video.